Okay, it is June 19th, 2024. This is JNO Live. We're coming to you live in Washington, Vancouver, Washington, and we're live. And I'm gonna get you over to our host, JohnnyNerdOut.
What's going on? Shane, you didn't give us any more information about Vancouver, Washington. You usually tell us...
Right across the river from Portland, Oregon.
You tell us a little information. Every week, I learn a little bit more about Vancouver, Washington.
All right. Population, where are we at? Like 200,000? 150,000?
Probably around there, yeah. Probably closer. It's actually right in between. It might be closer to 200,000. We don't know. Anyways, thanks for joining us today, tonight, whenever you guys are watching us. If you're watching us live, you get more kudos than if you're watching us in the rerun. But either way, thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about everything e-bikes. So we talk about everything that you want to talk about. We usually come in with a couple things that we want to talk about and discuss. But if there's something that's on your mind, you want to talk about, you want to share, you want to ask us, put it in the comments. Ask us. Be part of this conversation. And that's kind of the whole show. This is an interactive show. If you're new to this one, if you've seen us before, you know what's going on. Shane's going to do some news for us here in a minute. We're going to do some live call-ins. We're going to do a bike find of the week. Show you what's a good used bike in Craigslist or Marketplace. Usually we find one that's a hidden gem that's like, hey, this is a good bike that you could find for a good price. All right, should we get right into it? Shane, what do you got for us?
Yeah, let's do news. Okay, so this is the news for June 19th, right? All right, Justin Timberlake got arrested. He was pulled over driving a little bit drunk. That's all I got.
What does that have to do with e-bikes?
He should have been on an e-bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah, I guess he's right. What do you see Justin Timberlake riding as an e-bike? What would you say if it was like, this is the Timber e-bike?
I don't know. Maybe like a folding bike. It would probably fold.
You think he'd be riding a folding bike?
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, now he might be on e-bikes. He might get his license taken away. He's only going to be on e-bikes now.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep an eye out for Justin Timberlake. He's going to be the new spokesperson for e-bikes.
That would be awesome.
Because that's all he can ride now. But hopefully, honestly,
then he's going to be like in the news.
Hopefully nobody was injured or hurt with that.
No, he was fine. He blew a stop sign and then like immediately admitted to the police that he was drinking.
I'm so sorry. And it does look like he was crying a little bit, so that it does look like he was sorry. So,
all right. Good. I forgive him. All right. Other celebrity news. Gordon Ramsay, he got hit by a car on his bike. Lifelong cyclist, I guess. Did
he get hit by a car?
That's what I thought. It was either a car, or train, or a truck.
We were joking that he got hit by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, by Justin. Yeah.
But I don't think they were at the same place.
No. What did he get hit by?
I don't know. I think he just...
It
looked really gross, though. When he lifted up his shirt, like his entire side is like, looks like an eggplant.
Yeah. He put a post on it. Did he not say how? He just like fell over?
I guess so.
All right. I should have looked into the story. Oh, yeah. There's his bruise. Guys, be careful out there.
Yikes.
Be careful out there.
Do we have messages on? We don't have any messaging going on in there. Do you have messages turned on?
Messages?
Messages? That's plural for message. Message I.
I mean, I could check on it.
All right. Shane just
Are we back? So
Shane can't stop himself.
Did we get some messages?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're good?
That was weird. It was nothing, and now everybody's
Well, it's because we're sitting here, I mean, look what we're like talking about Justin Timberlake.
That's true.
Like, this is
sad stuff.
This isn't an e-bike show.
That's true.
Okay, no, but for real, the tariffs, I guess. Let's see. I pulled up a fact sheet. This is the whole... You guys can go to whitehouse.gov, where they only lay down the facts. And they're talking about the tariffs. Actually, this seems pretty relevant. Steel and aluminum, semiconductor, electric vehicles. A tariff rate on electric vehicles under Section 301 will increase from 25% to 100%. In 2004. So I don't know if this actually has it gone into place yet, or it's just
Supposedly June 14th was when that 25% tariff thing ended.
that's when it ended.
So we'll see. I don't know if that means orders placed after that or deliveries being taken place. I haven't gotten any orders yet since this in the last 5 days, so I'm not sure what my tariff rate is going to be hitting as. But a lot of it also depends on, there's a lot of things that what constitutes an electric vehicle. Obviously, a car that for sure you can't dispute that. An e-bike, that's probably going to get hit, but some of them might not be. It depends. Like a 100-watt e-bike that's kind of marketed as something else may not hit that. It kind of depends on how it's marketed, I believe. And I mean, it also depends on how honest suppliers are and stuff. I mean, if it's like, hey, I just got $100,000 of T-shirts delivered. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously the customs is going to be going through stuff and double checking stuff, but this is definitely going to be interesting to see.
So there's no date. So it's past the 14th, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So is it just open market right now, or people? I mean, is now the time to buy some stuff, ship some things?
No, now is probably not the time. I think because it went from 25%. Now I think they were like holding back.
But how do we know it's in place? I'm just saying I don't think it's in place yet.
Oh.
Like the old tariffs ended, new tariffs. Does that just mean like it automatically starts?
There seems to be no information on this because nobody. Every news article that we've seen has been what this may mean, what this might, and nothing is like definitive. It just seems like whoever's rolling this out,
making shit up.
Yeah, well, they made it like a lot of gray area, but they never like finalized it and made it clear so everybody could just clearly understand it. And then we also don't know what this is going to mean long term because people can miss when you get a shipment, you could have it miscategorized. So you could categorize it as one thing. They might not have it categorized as like electric vehicle stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I think.
So here's what they're saying about batteries and components and parts. From 7, so just lithium ion EV
7.5
batteries.
to 25. That won't be huge. I mean, it's
still a big jump, but
it'll still be a big jump, but not like insane. 25 to 100%. That's a bigger jump. Yeah, I believe.
So I mean, I guess what's their point? Right? So why are they increasing tariff? I mean,
I think it was started under the last administration, and they want to increase domestic production. I think a lot of it has to do with
domestic production, or what's the difference? Production and manufacturing.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I think it's like the same thing.
All right, because I'm sure that we produce like plenty of e-bikes, but we're not.
I mean, it's very small percentage.
But we're not manufacturing them. So I mean, we could have them manufactured somewhere else. They ship them to us, and then we can produce them.
Production. They're speaking of production, not like look what I just produced. That's like delivering. Like we're delivering them, but we're not producing them. We're not manufacturing them. They want us to be producing them, like putting them to assembling them, and I think they're even doing things where they're given a lot of leeway as far as like, hey, you could source the materials from China and other places, but as long as you assemble them here, they're kind of okay with that. Yeah. There still is not a lot of people doing that. Nobody wants to do that. It's the labor.
Let's do it.
American labor is very expensive. I'm talking like $25 an hour minimum versus.
Well, this would like kind of make it worth it, right? I mean, if 100% increase on tariff, I mean,
could be. Yeah, I mean it would be a great opportunity. I mean, I wanted to create my own motor for a little while now. But it takes a lot of capital.
So motors are one thing, but on like e-bikes in general, since like so I guess just the facts, like 90 to 99%, like I think it's like almost 100% of bikes. There's like 1% of bikes in the United States is actually made in the United States.
Yeah, probably.
And it's just like they're like custom bikes or like high end, expensive, kind of one-off.
Yeah, or one-off. Yeah, for sure. I mean, all electric. Rad Power. You think of like the two biggest Aventon. Those are all straight from China bikes.
China, I guess Taiwan also is.
Yeah,
making us a lot of bikes
straight from Asia. Asia is producing 99.9% of all e-bikes on the road. Pre-made e-bikes and even custom e-bikes, but all the components and stuff.
So, I mean, let's just stop getting those bikes. Let's stop buying manufactured bikes, or unless they're made. I mean, I'm not saying let's as a consumer, let's make educated decisions. Let's stop. We could, I don't know, buy from the people that build in the United States. I'm not sure exactly what I'm
building
trying to
them.
say.
I know, there's no one building. That's the problem.
Well, so that maybe this will start the building. And also, there's already bikes here. So we already got a bunch of bikes that are in.
Well, you're talking about conversion.
Now I'm saying convert. So, convert and.
Well, yeah.
That'll be cheaper. Maybe this is going to help the conversion sector a little bit because now it might be cheaper to convert a bike than it is to buy a pre-made e-bike.
Yeah, as long as the tariffs, it all depends on how the tariffs affect the conversion components, versus aftermarket batteries, motors, even down to the accessories, like even bike parts and all the little sensors and stuff, all those little things. I mean, you see, I got 600 SKUs, all those little tiny bins and stuff. Are they all going to be affected? Or all those things? I don't know.
Just batteries, battery components, and parts. So this is
that's such a gray area. So battery components and parts, that would be 100%.
This doesn't say anything about motors. I don't know. Solar panels. Solar cells.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just trying to really. I don't know what it is, but they're trying to get. I don't know what their driving force is. Are they trying to get American produced stuff? The politicians, the government, whoever wrote up this tariff law.
Those damn politicians?
Yeah, whoever drafted it, was their meaning, was their purpose, was their drive behind it to get manufacturing to come here? Or was it more of like a battle with China? Was it just more of like
China off?
Yeah. I mean, that's how people do like those soft wars.
I'm fine with both of those, I guess. Is that okay?
I mean, yeah, of course it's okay. I mean, you're entitled to that. I don't
know. I guess
some people are like, no, we should just the cost should just be what it is. If China can make something super cheap and they're okay with slave labor or however they're getting these super cheap rates or just poor emission stuff and no safety standards, and we're okay supporting that by buying it, then that should be total free market. Yeah. But if we're not okay supporting those type of conditions, we vote with our dollars and we should be buying somewhere else.
So the second most sold electric vehicle in the United States is an e-bike.
Third, but that's according to.
So the first two are Tesla.
I was looking at that.
Did you Google it?
I was looking at that.
Electric?
Yeah, it's pretty much according to electric.
It can't be that far off though. because.
Probably not. Yeah. Probably not.
And so that's a huge market. So if we could, that's jobs, right? Open up a couple factories, start making some bikes, and start teaching kids how to work on electric motors and such, and get the next generation ready to, the bikes are the future, right?
The thing is, my problem that I always see is whenever a new e-bike brand or a new thing comes out, it's always the prices. They price themselves into oblivion. It makes no sense. They're like, oh, it's gonna be $3,900 for this bike, for this e-bike. It's like where's this money going to? Look at any new bike that comes out in America. Try to find one for under $2,000. And if it is under $2,000, it's using very small components, very small motor, very small battery. It's just nothing. There's nothing to be excited about. And it's like, why can't we? Well, there's no reason why we can't, because materials. Use an aluminum frame bike. You don't need to use a steel frame bike. You could use aluminum. It doesn't have to be a 90-pound behemoth. You could use 50 pounds of aluminum with everything to get everything a good quality bike. There's no reason why it should cost $2,000, even retail, to make a profit for that company.
Yeah.
You could sell them at probably $1,500 all day with a high-powered battery, high-powered motor, with good quality specs, and still make a good profit.
So what's our takeaway here? Do we like the tariffs? Or we don't?
I don't know. I don't know.
Huh?
What do you? We don't think
you got it. You don't have an opinion. No opinion over there.
I could argue both ways.
Okay.
I see the value in both.
Too, yeah.
So hopefully,
I'm not mad.
Hopefully, it will force some innovation on the American side. Hopefully, it'll cause people to not price gouge. Pay a decent wage, pay somebody $25 an hour to be manufacturing this stuff, but then don't charge $3,000-$4,000 for these bikes. Charge $1,500, $1,600, $1,700.
Yeah. So you're saying maybe it'll just put more pressure on those overseas manufacturers to produce better quality products too, because now they're going to be.
If there's
they might be competing.
Right now, there's no competition. They're competing amongst themselves.
Yeah.
What do we have from?
Check on,
we got any comments? We've been rambling for a while. We've been going.
Let's see. Let's get the. For some reason, chat.
It's a very hot day today. I think it's hot across. It's hot across America.
Too?
Yeah. Oh my God.
The traffic and the temperature.
Oh, forget about it.
Yeah,
so thanks you guys for joining, and hope you guys are sitting in AC, wherever you guys are watching.
Yeah, you could. I don't know if you could. I can't. For some reason, the chat's not coming through here.
Dang, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Technical TD.
I mean,
Hernando,
I can see it. I mean, can you see it on your phone, maybe?
Yeah. Hernando says that I should reach out to Timberlake's people.
Yeah.
I should maybe and see if they'll do something. Maybe we could hook up. I'm just really busy though. That's the thing. Like,
what are you doing?
I'm just really busy. I don't know if I have
going
time to like.
What are you working on?
Just there's so many projects. I don't have time to really be wasting time on something that may not fizzle out. So I don't really want to waste my time with them.
Right,
but that's a good idea.
I'm gonna say hi to the people that said hi. Whitney said hi. Hey, Whitney. B Dome said testing 1 2. Thank you for chiming in. Jerry Barbanel from San Clementine. Clement? Ever heard of
Clement?
it? Clement? San Clement. Hi, Michael.
Clemente. I think it's San Clemente.
San Clemente. Sounds like something in California, probably.
Sounds like an outfielder for the Oakland A's.
Now we're introducing Oakland A's. San Clementon? Hernando? I guess.
Britt Weir is asking if we had excessive frame flexing using the 1,000-watt motor with the VBS HD. Are you using a full suspension bike? I have. It's weird. Some bikes do have a decent amount of frame flex, especially if you're putting that torque. Like if you're going from a standstill and you're in like the hardest gear, and you put all that power to it. So the frame flex happens when the motor's giving everything, but it has nowhere to go. So if you're in your easiest gear, obviously all that power and torque is just going to go to the drivetrain and it's going to spin the wheels. You're not going to get so much frame flex. Some bikes have a lot more frame flex than others. I wish I had the whatever it is, the diagram or the mathematical equation to how it does. I think it has something to do with the chainstay. I think it has something to do with the how the bottom bracket attaches to the chainstays. It all has to do with the triangles, how strong those triangles are, and how they're fixed. If the triangle formulation is not perfect down to a science, you're going to get more frame flex. But yeah, I have had that, and full suspension bikes, because they have their pivot points, they have their your ball bearings and stuff. They tend to have a lot more flex, so full suspension bikes will definitely have a lot more flex than hardtail mountain bikes. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of gross when you see it. You're like, oh man, this is gonna snap in half soon. But no, I've never seen a Bafang motor snap a frame in half. That would take. That's like more power than it could take.
Have you seen any motor snap a frame in half?
No, I actually never have. But
Too late.
I know. I'd love to see that.
If only you weren't so busy.
I want to know. Man, but my first thing I would do before I would sit around and watch that, I would probably reach out to Justin Timberlake. I'd take his
so Timberlake's people first.
I would do that, and then I would wait.
Frame.
Yeah, break a frame, Timberlake. But again, I can't do either one of those. I'm just too busy, guys.
You can do both.
I'm just too busy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get chat up on the screen. Sorry, guys. Not gonna. All the important things that you're saying aren't going to be shown live or on the video.
You don't know what's going on? That was a fan favorite. All right, we'll try to do our best to read aloud the comments, or look at your phone, or if you're on a laptop or something. All right, Shane, are you able to see the comments? Or are you able?
I can see the comments.
All right.
Yeah, just they're just for some reason not streaming.
Okay.
No.
Let me know if you see anything
No,
that
it's just
jumps
me,
out.
me and you on the screen.
All right, bring us closer. Let's embrace. I don't want to touch you though. Come on, man.
Right.
I need some personal space.
Sorry.
All right, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Luke was saying that it's very hard to compete with China, but the economies of scale of China. I mean, everything with China. I mean, they've got everything down to a science, and they've got.
I mean, how
different
hard,
set of standards.
How hard can it be?
very
listen,
hard.
I'm coming. This is from.
If you want a quality of life.
My next statement. This is an educated point of view. What I'm going to say.
He is a learned doctor.
I'm a doctor.
You should adjust your glasses
It shouldn't be
first.
that hard. I don't know. Like, what'd you say?
You should adjust your glasses first and cough.
Yeah. And turn your head.
Yeah. And maybe do your tie.
So listen, we're like, I don't know. What's we're a country, United States, right? Country.
I think
China's a country.
I think so, yeah.
We're not like different entities, or like I guess we are. You get what I'm saying? Like, so we have the ability to be economically structured, just like China.
The more you know, right there. That was perfect.
But no, you get like my vibe I'm going for, right?
Back to you in the studio. No, I mean that's why we have unions. They don't.
Yeah.
That's why. Like we'll never be that way.
Yeah.
We have laws. They don't. Like we have. They'll never be. We have the right to assemble and protest and stuff, and
Yeah.
that'll never happen.
Well, unless we go give China their freedom.
It's true. Go to war.
Give them a little freedom.
Shane, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am.
All right, here we go.
Especially with those electric tanks that they're coming out with.
She gets some. Oh man. All right.
Andre says, "Hey Johnny, I have a Bafang BBS HD with a 48-volt battery, but just bought 53-volt battery from EMB3.
You bought a 53-volt battery?
So probably 52, right? I mean,
Yeah. There's a lot of.
do I need to change any controller settings? Thanks a lot.
What was the question? He's got a 48-volt.
So I mean, he's using a 48 now, and he's going to 50.
He's got a 48-volt motor,
He's got an HD.
but is it a 48 or a 52-volt version?
Oh,
That would we would want to know. If it's a 52-volt
you
version,
meant to put 50.
just keep it. Some of the 48-volt motors work just fine with 52-volt batteries. Lately, it seems like there's been a huge influx with 48-volt BBS HD motors not liking 52-volt batteries. So I've been programming all motors. If they're 48-volt, I program them to be 52-volt. It's whatever they're stamped. They're now 52-volt, so that they'll work with a 48 or a 52-volt battery. As far as programming goes, you might need to just change your battery voltage cutoff. Stock, it comes with 43-volt, I believe, so you might want to just change it to... No. Comes 41. You're going to want to change it to 43 volt if you're running a 52 volt battery. This one?
Yeah, you're not using that, are you?
No, I thought I was making too much noise.
Yeah.
Am I?
So they're clicking your pen around.
I know. Sorry, it's one of my.
But yeah, you can. So I guess like the only settings it might be on the display, right? It'll read.
No, that would be in the controller. The low voltage.
Doesn't the display like sometimes it'll like read as a 48 volt battery?
So it depends on what display you have. So some of them will say, do you have a 48 or 52 volt battery or a custom? I'm trying to think of which ones those were. I think the P850C does that, like the 500C, 600C. Some of those, so the battery readout will be a little bit better, but a lot of times it comes from the controller. You can make those changes, but it's still going to be weird. So you need to go into the controller and make those settings. You might need to do a firmware flash to change the firmware from 48 to 52 volt. I'm working on getting the links and everything uploaded to my website so I can just send links to you guys. But right now, I think you could go to Golden Motor. They've got a link up there, and they've got a video up on how to do it as well. So I'm happy. Just watch the Golden Motor one. They do a pretty good job.
Never heard of them.
They're a place up in Canada. Eh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Neighbors.
But yeah, just update your firmware. If you're running a 52 volt thing, just update your firmware. It takes like 10 minutes. I do them every day. It takes me maybe 30 seconds to do it, but because I'm doing it every day. And a lot of times you're going to get like a 10H error. You're going to get like an 07 error. What other errors are there? Bafang's throwing. And it's weird. I just got a big influx of them. So, yeah.
Ty's thinking about making their own 60 volt battery. Do we have the DMO ones? We got DMO ones?
Only in the 100 millimeter right now.
Are they ready for 60 volt?
I've been told that I need to order them specifically for that.
Is that still a DMO one? But
yeah.
There's just a type of
software on it that allows it.
Oh, so it's just the software?
Yeah.
Can you flash a?
I don't know. I gotta.
There's programming cables, right?
The information is just we need to get the 2.7 rep on here to have. I need to reach out to him again and be like, "Yo, I think they're waiting." So he said they got a big announcement coming, and I think once they do that, they're going to maybe they'll be more prone to make appearances and stuff. But I think they're going to be making it so that, because right now there's no literature, no information on how to program them, how to do anything, all the displays, everything is just like, what do these things mean? I think they're going to be coming out with a way to set the parameters and to adjust these things, like, so they're easy to use in normal people speak. So I think that's going to be their big announcement.
Is there any shop news? Anything from last week? Anything new?
Well, just those. We got those headlight mounts.
Oh yeah.
You got that link to that?
Pull that up?
Yeah. So a customer of mine sent me a link. Told me about these headlight mounts, and I forget. I'm sorry. I would love to give you credit right now, but I'm drawing a blank. He sent me these things. He's like, "Hey, I didn't have a headlight mount on my bike, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't have that fender mount on their fork to mount a headlight. So they either get a headlight, they get the headlight kit, but they have nowhere to put the headlight. So he's like, hey, I found these headlights, these universal headlight kits. They're made for motorcycles, but they work on e-bikes as well. They work on bikes. They're just universal. They look really good. And so I tried them out. I'm like, yeah, these actually are really good. So I got them in stock now.
Headlight mount?
Yeah, should be. Yeah, right there.
Oh, $6.
Not too shabby. So it's it's a very simple thing, but it comes with a bunch of spacers, adapters, clamps around the handlebar, and then allows you to thread in your bolt there. And it looks really good. It looks really nice.
So this is JohnnyNerdOut.com.
Yeah, it's a really cool website.
Check it out.
Tell you what,
We got
everything.
everything you need for electric bike conversions to retrofit a bike and do stuff yourself. We got motors, batteries, and then also just like bike accessories. I just put a new cassette on my bike.
Yeah, well, you brought your bike in yesterday and today.
Yeah,
What did you all do to it?
Stuff.
You did a bunch of stuff.
I just replaced the cassette. Like the teeth were starting to get like it's like
You
the
were
original
jumping.
cassette from I think 7 or 8 years now. And
Yeah.
yeah, they're like getting pretty dull.
Your chain was
It's
jumping
getting
around, making a lot of
crunchy.
noise.
Yeah.
Did you end up putting the pacemaker on?
Mm-mm.
No, you're not going to do it?
No, I don't think so. I was
Mm.
thinking about it. I put in a new derailleur on my bike. So what's the pacemaker? Should we pull that up?
Yeah, that's a new throttle. I'm going to have a video coming up on Saturday about that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's the new Lecky throttle that came out.
So yeah, you know what? I did open the box and I thought about it. I don't know. Do you want my honest?
Yeah, go for it.
So I mean, because there is the other grips. So these are like hard, it's like hard plastic. Is that normal for? I mean, I've never.
Those are the
encountered a
firm
grip.
ones. Yeah,
A grip that's
spoiler
it's like
alert.
hard,
yeah,
it's like hard plastic.
and I pointed out in my video. I'm like, I think people are going to want to go with the soft grips.
Yeah.
Because the hard ones are kind of hard.
So then you're going. You got to get the upgraded.
Yep. So it ends up being
so
like
is this, you don't have that.
$120.
But yeah, these are nice and like I guess just like they're soft, but they just feel like a regular.
Yeah.
Like a regular.
But
like I think how a grip should be. I don't know. Like it's a hard. Maybe I'm just missing something. I've never encountered.
I don't know.
Like a hard.
Yeah.
Handle.
Yeah, like a sandpaper.
Yeah.
Like, this is nice.
It just felt like hard.
The throttle is nice though. I do like the throttle, and it's really been growing on me, and I think it's gonna be hard to go back to the normal thumb throttle. Yeah.
It also like will open up some space on my handlebars.
Yeah, that too, and man, because I have 2 different bikes that I like to ride. I know, first world problem, but my throttle position is different on each bike. So whenever I'm on a different bike, I'm always like looking around. I'm like, where? Because I got so many farkles on my handlebar.
Sparkles.
Yep, got like a bunch of lights. I got bells. I got just everything, and it's hard. And I lose track of where everything is.
I mean, I played Farkle. Farkle's definition. Sorry, you guys don't have to watch me do this. I don't. Did you just make that word up? Like
no,
I think the word.
I think I butchered the word actually. It's
tchotchkes.
No, it's in motorcycle speak. It's when you put a bunch of
Little Farkles
like
on there.
like accessories. Type in motorcycle farkle. That's fun to say actually. It's more fun to say. You should say it.
Motorcycle Farkle.
It's fun to hear.
It's
It's fun to say it. It's fun to hear.
Okay, here you go. All right, we're getting down to the real stuff here. What the heck is a Farkle?
There you go. Okay, so farkle. That is a real thing. Yeah. So I farkle out my bike.
Oh, I see. Okay,
I
got
got
it. You
That's how
nailed
my
it.
bicycles look.
That's
Yeah.
Alright.
When you spend enough time on your bike, the stuff just grows. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I need to have this. I need to have my compass. I need to have my whatever. But anyway, so it's hard. Oh, someone just sent a super chat. That was super nice. Hernando. Oh, it's Hernando.
Thank you.
But it's nice to have the throttle. You like where you're always touching. So I know and I just twist it and I go. I don't need to think about is it left, right hand, whatever. Is it? Yeah, it's just super nice. Okay, let's get to Hernando. Thank you, Hernando. He just sent a super chat. Will you make a video that describes how the settings made within the various manufacturers' software affect their motor pedal assist performance? Yes, I will. Now, are you talking about? So, Hernando, which motor exactly are you talking about? Are you talking about all of them? Because Bafang already has. Carl did a really great job doing a Bafang Hackers programming guide. He did an excellent job breaking down how all the different settings affect it. So if you're not sure, just Google Bafang Hackers Guide. He does an awesome job with that. CYC, it's kind of intuitive if you go on the app, but yeah, that could probably be broken down a little bit more. And then 2.7, I'm still waiting for 2.7 to break it down for me still, because there's a lot of settings on there that I'm just like what does this mean? What does filter? It just says filter. I don't know what that means. So yes, I definitely want to be making a video on that. Once I understand it, I want to be making a video on it. I'm not even 100% sure if 2.7 understands what all those. I think there's like one dude who understands what all the settings are. And after that, it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Frog PETA wants to know if you remember them. Do you remember Frog PETA? I had the Eora Juliet.
Oh,
52
volt.
68.
Oh yeah, you wanted us to do a conversion to a mid-drive. I don't.
Were we working on that?
Yeah, I was emailing him back and forth. I don't know. Are you waiting on anything else? I think I put the ball in your court, but if not, feel free to circle back and just ping me and just say, hey.
It also wants to know, would you make a video on converting his bike?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really want to be making more videos on the conversion process. I think it'd be cool to do like a mini documentary on each bike. Like if I had unlimited money, unlimited any budget, that would be awesome to make a mini documentary on each bike that gets converted. All the little nuances, all the little things. So if anybody was going to convert it, they could see it. Or even if you're not really curious, but you just want to see, hey, I wonder how that bike would be converted. And just kind of see, oh, that's got that kind of bottom bracket, or you need that kind of adapter. That was kind of weird. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
But, man.
That way you have like, anybody can Google or just look up any bike and something will pop up.
I know. Once we are just like rolling in the dough, and I can afford to just hire like a full-time videographer, that would be
I mean, the world's your oyster.
I know,
brother.
Just take out a big loan and just hire a videographer.
Reaction video with trying a cottonmouth e-bike with a small block lightning rod.
Where are you seeing that? What does he say?
Sky Mage.
I'm using KTM Lite. What's a cam? Oh, a KTM Lite. I see. Okay. You're talking about the light?
I don't. I'm just reading.
Oh.
So Sky Mage says you should make a reaction video while trying a cottonmouth e-bike with a small block lightning rod.
Oh wow, that would be cool.
There you go.
What is the what's a cottonmouth e-bike though? Can you pull that up? I've heard of that. It sounds vaguely familiar. I know the lightning rods are, those are high-powered kits, but I'm not totally sure with the cottonmouth. But I'm sure a lightning rod on anything would be pretty fun. Anything under 100 pounds, you put, it's all about horsepower to weight ratio. You got a 200-pound bicycle and you're putting a 500-watt motor on it. It's not going to be very fun. You put a 50-pound bicycle and you put a 2 or 3 horsepower motor on it. It's going to be tons of fun. I think that's why a lot of people, when they buy these pre-made e-bikes, they're kind of disappointed that they're not. They're like, oh, it's a 750 watt motor, but the thing weighs 100 pounds. So you got to divide that plus whatever weight you are. You're not going to get a lot of performance out of it.
Hey, you'll have to email us about this. I'm not. Anyone else get it?
Are you seeing the Cottonmouth bike?
No, I'm seeing like some YouTube videos that folks have done. I don't know what a Cottonmouth e-bike is. Like North Bay Bikes pops up when you Google it, so maybe they make them.
Mm.
I'm still looking.
All right, Fizzle's asking if the Lecky throttles, if they allow the bar to pass all the way through it. Not stock, but you can drill into it because I had to do that to mount my mirror on it, so I had to cut out the end of it. I think it's just like a standard hand grip. They do lock on, but they do have like a solid end. So I think if you're okay marring off the ends and having it look exposed, yeah, you can do it. But I don't know how clean you need to make it look. Cottonmouth is on High Voltage's channel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's a lot of high voltage videos.
Not familiar with it, but cool.
Egg Rider compatibility with 2.7. I feel like that's been coming up every week.
It's not going to be compatible. Nothing with Bafang is going to be compatible with 2.7. 2.7 is pretty much almost everything is its own thing. Like there's nothing that's compatible. I'm trying to think of one thing that would be compatible. That's really hard to. The battery, 48 or 52 volt battery. That's going to be pretty much the only thing.
Does it? So let's pull it up on our website. The HD, does it have an option you can pick between the 48 volt and the 52 volt version?
Say it again.
The HD, the BBS HD.
I pretty much send all mine out with 52 volt. Oh, I see Michael's comment there. Yeah, I saw. I send mine out with 52 volt. If you need a 48 volt, message me. Yeah, you could set a password on the 600C display. Most people do, and then they forget it, and then they email me asking me what the password is, or I'm like, I have no idea. You got to get a new display. So, Michael, put a password in there, and then write it down or tattoo it to yourself. Don't lose it, or you're out $55 for a new display.
Yeah. Does BBS02 have 2 or 3 gaskets?
It has 2. The BBS HD has 3, and the O2 has 2. North Bay makes these with the lightning rod.
What's the highest capacity e-bike you've seen?
As far as what? Battery? Motor? Highest capacity?
What's your capacity on
weight capacity?
On the motorcycle?
But motor?
I don't know. Your battery.
The battery is a 72 volt 28 amp hour, but I have a 72 volt 40 amp hour on the shelf that I'm trying to think if I should swap it and put that on there.
Well, you should.
That would be a 2800 watt hour capacity, and it's a 150 amp controller on there, which would be what's 84 times 150. It's like 1200 watts. 12,000 watts.
1,200. Yeah.
So that's a lot. Yeah. But the battery I currently have is 100 amp limited. It can only put out 100 amps. So it's like 8,400 watts.
What about the motor then? The motor capacity.
My motor?
Sure.
I mean the motor will take whatever the controller puts out.
I mean the large one is the X1, right? That's 5,000.
Oh, e-bike? Yeah, e-bike rated is the X1. That'll handle the controller. I think is 80 amps at 72 volts. So 84 volts times 80. It's like 6,400 watts.
Yeah.
The X1 Pro will put out.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, Michael, just all my motors. So just to touch back, Michael, I send out my motors with 52 volt firmware. So your 52 volt batteries will work just fine.
Would we like to do let's see what our bike find is?
Yeah, let's go to a bike find. So, yeah, go ahead.
What? So what?
So I was gonna give a preface of what the bike find is, but I think
you can set it up. Set it up.
Okay, hey, in this special edition of Bike Finds, we do all the hard work for you. We find the diamond in the rough. I should film this now. This is what we should be. We find the diamond in the rough. We're scouring Facebook. We're scouring Craigslist. We're finding some good bikes that would be a great donor to turn into an e-bike. Shane, what did we find this week?
Didn't we? So, and you said, like, we've had a few people.
You ruined my intro.
Was it? Oh, is this an intro? What do you want me to get?
I said, yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead. What was your question?
What was your question? I was gonna say that, like, the bikes that we've shown on this segment, people have, like, gone and.
Yeah, I feel like 75% of them have ended up like sold, and then I've seen them here at the shop like within the next week. Either we're converting it or they're coming to like buy the parts for it. So
we've converted one or two, at least one.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're on Facebook and Craigslist, you should owe us. If we should get a broker's fee for these.
But I guess if you do want us to, it's got to be like a gem, right? What'd you call it? A gem.
Yeah, I don't want people to send us bikes.
It's got to be cheap.
Yeah. It should be a good deal.
Yeah,
it should be a good. It should be a bike find of like, whoa,
Yeah.
this person. So, anyways, let's show them what we got.
I forgot what
we got. Nothing.
Neighborhood bike finds.
Is that Gilligan
It might.
looking for a bike in a garbage dump? All right, so we got a Trek hybrid bike. So this would be a great commuter bike. This one's got disc brakes on it. It's got a front suspension fork. It's a Trek brand. You know it's good. You know it's got good components. They're asking, I think, $300 for it. If you're ever in doubt, this would be a great bike. Go with a good Trek in good condition. Something made within the last 15 years-ish would be ideal. 15, 20 years. You know, if you're not sure, go with something Trek specialized, something with disc brakes, and you're good to go.
So does that look like a hybrid to you? I guess. Those wheels look really small.
Yeah, I think hybrid bikes they're comfort bikes that are also that have a suspension on them. So they could be a comfort, but they could also kind of they're hybrid. They're like the futon bike.
Yeah.
They can do everything.
No, I like hybrid bikes.
Yeah, they could be a commuter. They could be an exercise bike. They could be.
I would get some nicer, better wheels.
Put
tires on there so that I could take on some gravel.
Yeah. Put some more aggressive ones on there.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, $300 for a base, and then you put another $700-800 worth of motor and battery on there. You get a killer e-bike for $1,100.
Let's see what the person that posted this said. Bike rides great, shifts smooth, and it's got good brakes. Nice commuter, biker exercise bike, or just cruise around the neighborhood.
Does anybody just cruise around the neighborhood anymore?
Yeah, but not the kind of people that, you know.
I feel like you raise an eyebrow when you see I've seen this dude just cruises around the neighborhood. What is he doing?
I mean, yeah, they're usually looking for trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't cruise around the neighborhood, guys. It's not a good look.
Unless we want to bring it back. Let's bring back cruising around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. Middle, what's that, Gresham? I guess that's Portland.
Frog Pita's got a 3,000 watt-hour battery.
What did you just say?
That's a big one. What is Frog Pita? Frog Pita video. Does that sound weird? I'm reading it. His name is Frog Pita Video.
Okay, all right.
He's got a 3,120 watt-hour battery. What is that? 72 volt?
I think he's saying maybe the motor.
No, he says he's saying watt-hours. So he's got to have like a 72 volt, like 45 amp hour. The thing is massive.
It's a prank video.
I did a while ago. Prank? Yeah.
Gotcha.
How much is it to ship from Arizona to Washington?
I think it's like you could do like 48 cents now.
Yeah. If you're just doing stamps, if you're just mailing like letters, no, they're like 68 cents to ship. But yeah, I don't know what you're shipping. If you're talking about a bike, it's probably $100, I'm guessing. But I don't know what you're shipping us. Are you shipping us some flowers? It might be $20. Yeah, it might be cheaper.
Or I'll just, the right price, I'll come pick it up.
That's true.
I'll come get it.
Come get those flowers. Yeah, it is true. It is battery stuff. Capacity is one feature, but the other thing that most people don't look at is how many amps can it put out. Northwest Metal Bug has got a good point, and I'm always talking about that where I'm like, how many amps? They're like, can I convert this motor to this battery? And I'm like, well, how many amps is your controller putting it out? Can your battery handle what the controller's doing? That could be a bad combination. You always want to have your battery be overkill than what your controller's pulling, if at all possible. Because your BMS could go bad. If your cells weren't designed for it, that could be bad. So, and finding a BMS that could have over 100 amps is tricky. It's hard. It took me a while to find the batteries that I have. The 72 volt 40 amp will put out 150 amps, which is hard to get. Trust me, it's hard to get from like a reputable supplier that will put their name on it and put a warranty behind it. You could definitely build them yourself and not put a BMS on it, or find like some BMSs that are rated that high. But I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see if those BMSs are actually what they want. So, what else we got?
Big Wama Jama. My 52 volt is 50 amp output.
Okay. Yeah, 50 amp output that's pretty standard. That's what most of my batteries are. Most of my batteries are at least 40, but a lot of them are 50. Yeah, let's see.
Sorry, I am still trying to figure out the chat thing. So.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
James Harrison says that if you had to pick a torque sensing motor for your everyday bike to sell all your other bikes, what would you pick? 2.7 or a Photon?
For my everyday bike.
And you have to sell all your other bikes.
So I can only. Man, this is like got a gun to my head. It's a great question.
You need to have a.
Thinking about it.
You need to put a 2.7 on. Do you have like an everyday? Because like you've been riding the Photon now for a while.
Yeah, I like the Photon. Until it's the end of the day. Like we've done a long ride and I want to get home and I'm pushing it hard. That motor just heats up so fast. When you want to like push it hard, that's my one complaint. When I'm like I want to get home, and coming up here, we got to go up that St. John's Hill. And whenever you come to the shop and you ride, come up to that St. John's Hill, you like pretty much burn the motor out.
I'm just hearing a lot of excuses. I mean, I don't know. So like I had those problems, but there's a lot of give and take with the Photon. You have to listen to the motor. You definitely got to keep an eye. You got to keep an eye on that temperature motor. I'd probably go with the Photon. I probably would if I had one. I mean, it's cost twice as much for a reason, but otherwise I'd probably go with the DMO1, close second. And honestly, give me a 2.7. If we put a 2.7 on my bike, I'm sure that within a couple weeks
you'd overheat it.
I'd find something.
You'd melt something.
I'd break it.
Yeah, you've got the gift.
Yeah, that's what I'm good at. I found the problems with with the Photon like right away.
I know if there's any quality control departments out there that like you're having trouble, like you got nothing. Shane freelances.
I'll find the problem.
I'll freelance.
We want to open up the phone lines here. We got 10 minutes. Should we?
Yeah, but are you able to put that thing up there? Can you? Can people see it? Are we having problems?
The number?
Oh, okay.
No, so the thing is, it's not that like the box for the chat is technically there. It's just that the chat conversation isn't being sent to the program.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer.
It's like a third party app that does it.
Our chat is usually really cool. You can see our chat right in the middle, in between us. It's what drives us apart. It fuels conversation, but now we can't. So now we're trying to do our best to like read it. It's a little. Today's show's a little off. So if you're new to this it's usually a little bit better.
Are you on your phone right now?
Yeah, I'm texting with Justin Timberlake. I decided I am gonna reach out to him after all.
I'm so busy.
Well, this little show, whatever. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna get on my phone too.
JT, what up?
If you guys need us, we'll just.
Heard about the DUI. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's a bad rap.
I got an e-bike coming your way, dog.
Here, I'll get Ramsey on the horn.
Yeah, it definitely is a Sophie's choice though. So going back to that, I would say Photon. If I'm being gifted it, definitely I'll take the Photon. If I gotta spend my money though, because I'm a cheap bastard. I'm very frugal. I would probably go 2.7.
But you're gonna have all that money from you have to sell all your other bikes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, what's the parameters on this thing? Do I get to do that?
You get to sell all your bikes.
Even still, no. I don't know.
Do you get to take a vacation too?
Because then I'm like, I could get the DMO1, and then I could buy all the accessories. I could use I could say with the $400 I'm saving with the Photon, I can put $400 towards either a bigger battery, towards accessories. that always kind of intrigues me a little bit more. But if I'm not tight on money, go with the Photon. The Photon has a 2-year warranty
Letting
on
money, just dictate too much of your life. It's starting to be a problem.
I know, just dollar signs.
It's all you talk in dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but BBS HD would probably, if you're not about torque sensing, BBS HD is still just the everyday. It cooks you dinner every night, tucks you in at night. It just takes care of you. It's not going to be any frills, but no drama either, really.
Justin, the 2701 not doing 60 volts is a real bummer.
I think a better thing is F Marry Kill with Photon, Bafang, and 27. Bafang you marry, I think.
Real quick. We're gonna get because I want to do it too. It sounds like sounds like fun. We have like 7 minutes to kill. But Justin's wondering about still he's upset at the 60 volt, the 27 DMO ones. So you could get it, right? So if you really want it, we can get it for you. Probably. You just gotta.
Yeah, you might need to wait, and who knows? It might just be like a stupid firmware update that needs to happen that you could do yourself, or that I could even do.
Ready to take this call?
We got a call coming in? I can't even hear it.
All right.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Maybe
Is there a phone call coming in?
there is.
Are you hearing stuff? You got tinnitus kicking in? I don't hear any phone. I never heard a phone ring. Am I going crazy?
I think I have to turn on the audio on the computer. All right, you do the F Marry Kill.
Okay. 27 Photon Bafang. Bafang you definitely marry. Bafang's the one you want to marry.
All right, hold on. Who are you marrying? The Bafangs?
Bafang. I think you got to
HD
marry.
or the O2? Oh, what's that? A phone call?
Probably HD. I'd go HD.
Call from.
Northwest Computer Repair.
To accept, press 1.
Should we
To
get
send a voicemail, press
Okay.
2.
Do you want to get this?
Yeah. Finally calling me back about my display
Extended
problem.
warranty. Thanks for calling. This is Johnny JNO Live.
Hello?
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, looking for some 20-inch tires that would be somewhat puncture resistant and have some knobs on them. What do you suggest?
20-inch tires. I think the Maxis come in that. I think hookworms. I think they come in 20-inchers. I think I got them on my Surly build trailer. Can you see the tires right there? Are they 20-inchers? I think they're 16. I would go hookworms.
see.
If they come in 20, go hookworm, and then put some Tannis inserts in there. And if you really want to be crazy, put some thorn-resistant tubes in there too, and just never worry about it ever again.
I'm into Tannis, right?
Yeah,
sounds like a great
that's what I said. Tannis,
Yeah.
thorn, and the hookworms. Yeah.
Would you be able to send me a link?
Not at the moment, but if you Google hookworm tires, hookworm 20-inch tires, that would be a thing. Maybe Shane could do it. Maybe Shane
Maybe I
could.
can send a link. I don't know. I've never texted on here before,
I
but
don't know if you can.
hookworm tires.
Shane's gonna pull it up.
20 inches.
He's gonna. I don't know if we can send a link from this. Yeah. You can probably even get them on
Right
Amazon
here.
if you want to
Gotta be
support
20
Jeff
inch by
Bezos.
4 inch.
Say it again.
Before we specify, they got to be 20-inch by 4-inch, not the
Oh.
tires.
I want to say, what is it? CST. I didn't know you had fatties on there. I think CST is a brand. Your options are definitely limited. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank now on.
Plot thickens.
Yeah, I can't remember
Let's
it.
see. James says Max's hookworm.
Hookworms. Yeah, hookworms. They don't come in the fatties though, but those are. I like those tires. I like the hookworms.
CST Big Boat.
Yeah, CST. Yeah, CST is a good brand. There's another one though too.
Kenda?
I don't know if they make. Yeah, Kenda. I mean, Kenda's always decent. I mean,
Wally.
I don't know.
What I have?
Yeah, but I
they're
don't know if they
not
make. It's that what he's gonna have problems though is 20-inch by 4. What do you have? Like electric or something?
I'm Frog. I got that Ehora 60 amp hour.
Oh, sorry, Frog.
What's up, Frog?
You didn't identify yourself. You said you were like a Northwest Computer. I thought you were like a service
yeah, that's
technician.
what Google has me at. That's
Okay.
That's my work, but I guess I had the wrong number when I called.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I'm drawing a blank. I remember doing a trade show with this tire manufacturer, and I was talking with them at the booth, and I was like, "Oh, so you guys make?" They had a whole thing of fat tires, like all the different size fat tire stuff, and they're not like the Chow Yang. I think like Chow Yang is like the cheap one that you get on all the stuff that it comes with.
Yeah,
Man, I'm gonna remember it like an hour later tonight, and I'm gonna remember it.
And if you're staying in touch for us, like to help you with the conversion, then
yeah,
we can find them for you.
I thought I emailed you back because you wanted to convert your to a mid-drive, right?
Yeah.
And you wanted to get like a 35, 40 mile an hour top speed?
Yeah, I don't need to be going 40 all the time, but being able to do it once in a while is pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and
With a good tailwind and going slightly downhill, I can get 35.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I think we discussed all the options on it, and I forget what you decided on, but yeah, we could definitely help you out. We'll definitely do it for you or help you get all the parts if you want to do it yourself. Either way.
Yeah, I was riding over to go get some food on that bike yesterday, and
V-speed.
the tiniest little shard of glass took me out. Popped my rear tire.
Definitely get some Tannis inserts in there. I strongly recommend them, especially when you got fat tires. You got 4-inch wide tires. It's so much surface area. It's like putting duct tape inside out. It'll just grab onto everything. And yeah, if you ride over any little imperfection, a screw head or something, it's gonna go right through it. I
know you really like Tannis and you have some in stock and you want to get them out. But
I don't even think I don't even have those. They can be a pain in the ass.
Oh my God.
But no.
Not worth it. I'd rather just change my tire every once in a while. But I'm an idiot. So.
No, I loathe changing flat tires. I absolutely hate it. I would say it's worth the battle. Sometimes they're not a battle. That's the thing. Sometimes they're not a battle. A lot of times they are a battle, but it is worth it to never have to change a flat tire again.
That one little flat tire can totally strand you with a $2,600 bike for the weekend, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Especially like you got that 52 volt 60 amp hour battery pack, right? I mean, your bike probably weighs what, 120 pounds, something like that? I don't know.
116 pounds.
116. You don't want to be walking that thing up a hill.
No, I actually had to walk that thing over to the fire station to get back home.
Did they put it on the back of the fire truck?
Yeah, they stuck it on the back of the truck and took me home. I was like, oh, thank God.
That's awesome, man. Fire.
I
never think of that. If you're in like a pinch, hit up the fire.
Yeah. Steven Bergman, thank you. V-Speed was the brand that I was thinking of. So there's CST and then there's V-Speed. Check those two out. I think you're limited on the options, but check those two out.
V-Speed.
Yeah, V-Speed. V-E-E.
All right. So
yeah.
We got 7 o'clock here on the
dot. All right,
dot.
cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. But hey, all right. Thanks, Frog. Thanks, Frog. Thanks, Mr. Frog, for joining in and calling in. And thanks everybody for chiming in and joining us with your questions. Trying to think if there's anything else we wanted to touch on.
Is there something else you want to talk about? How's everything at home?
I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it.
How's the time?
I guess you're right. The camera's off. Turn these cameras off. No, all right. Well, hey, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. I think Shane, you got anything for us?
Yeah. Don't be this guy.